This is Misty.
And this is Kristi. You are listening to Misty and Kristi. Clearly, we're a bit rusty. So,
Welcome 2015. Back with a bang.
We were off for a bit.
Well, I've never been off, not a day in my life. I'm always on.
Excuse me while I have a sip of my Cabernet Sauvignon. Go Cowboys, beat the Packers. So, we've been out for a couple of months. We've been busy. We've been doing a couple of things, such as life-changing events like finishing grad school. For me.
And I literally moved.
Well,
that's a big deal for a mom.
Time out. Do you know that Webster Dictionary changed the world of the meaning of the word literally?
Really? To what?
Because, you know, all those...
Is it overused?
It's overused and people are like, so, like, literally?
Well, I literally moved, as in moved, like relocated.
You physically moved your residence.
Absolutely, with 3 children. Not an easy thing to do.
Well, no. It's easy for one person to do it.
With no manpower outside of mom and 3 children. Thank God that our kids have friends.
Praise the Lord.
Right?
Jesus drank wine.
That's right.
Excuse me while I have another sip.
My 18-year-old and his friends need lots of kudos for that move. Without them, I couldn't have done it.
Absolutely.
Well, what's the deal with this Webster's Dictionary thing? What do you mean literally is no longer? It's no longer a word. The usage is incorrect. What's the deal?
I heard it on some morning talk show.
Okay.
I had surgery on my foot recently, so I had some Percocet and watched daytime TV.
Yeah, I love it.
Not usually a great combination because I kind of distort.
Well, it helps you. I'm sure it helped you tolerate daytime TV.
It did. These talk shows are kind of mind-numbing.
Yeah.
I don't mind, like...
Well, are we mind-numbing?
No.
Okay.
We are amazing.
Okay.
We're astonishing.
Okay.
Okay. I don't mind, like, Kelly Ripa and Michael Strahan in the morning.
Oh, he's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a goofball. That's what I like about him.
He's hot.
Yeah. And she looks like a midget. Like, she looks like a 4-year-old compared to him. She's so tiny. So, anywho. But, and Wendy Williams, she doesn't really bother me. I kind of find her amusing on some aspects, but
no, she bothers me.
She bothers
Let's
you?
get back into the word literally.
But I'm trying to figure out what talk show I heard it on. There was Percocet involved. I think because it was overused and used so incorrectly.
Okay.
In the context, which is why Webster defined it. I mean, Webster added the word selfie to the damn dictionary.
And I believe conversate was used as well. It's now actually a word.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Right?
Oh.
Okay, moving right along.
Okay. So, how are you? What's up? What up, yo?
You know, I finally have settled in. It takes time for a new place to feel like home.
You haven't been here that long.
No, but it feels like home. It feels more like home than where I was last. The home. I think my aunt has always said your home should hug you, and I feel like that. Yeah, and her home. Really
I feel that way about my house, even though my landlord sucks balls, and he does, by the way.
Yeah.
I'll say that out loud. Eventually, someday when I move, I will actually put his name in the universe because he sucks balls. But
when his name is already documented in the universe.
Correct. But I love where I live. I don't like my landlord, but
you love the location.
Love my house.
Yeah.
Yes. It's the world's smallest house.
But you're one person.
I am one person. I have voices.
You know this. So, yeah.
Ooh, I swear. Ooh.
Oh, wow. That did not just happen. No, but my aunt is just, her home is absolutely immaculate. And it's beautifully decorated. But her big thing is it's very warm.
It is.
And it's about your home should hug you. And the minute I walked into this house after seeing several properties, it was like I didn't want to leave. From first day.
That's how your home should be.
Yeah, and I knew it was the right place. But it took time. You know, getting set up, getting established, it took time. We're still in the mode of redoing, fixing, changing. But yeah.
But I have to say and we're, by the way, broadcasting from our kitchen. I have to say that you haven't been here that long, and it's incredibly comfortable.
Aw, thanks.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, thanks. Is that the wine talking? Or are you really comfortable?
No, I'm really comfortable.
Okay, great.
I've had 2 glasses of wine.
Were you comfortable? Were you comfortable with the 18-year-old who just flew in here?
I think I like that and that screaming like metal
the music, yeah.
That I think that's what did it. The pants sagging below the ass. Do they know where that started from? Do they know the originality of that?
Does it even matter anymore?
But if they knew,
they don't care. They do know. They don't care. It's the look.
Pull your pants up. That can't be. It's 12 degrees outside. Your ass is hanging out.
But
It
think
gotta
of
be
how many
cold.
stupid things we did.
I did nothing.
I did.
I did
Okay,
nothing
let's be real. Misty's gonna own up to some shit. When Misty was 16, she was the hard ass that wore Pumas and Dickie overalls with a white wife beater type tank top and a black bra. Yeah. So if I have to look at
Ew.
sagging pants for just a bit, I can do it. Yeah.
That wasn't cute enough for my world.
I thought I was hot. I thought I was it. I mean, I was rocking
yeah.
those Dickies. I was rocking them.
You're rocking them?
Mm-hmm. I probably still could.
Now I have Michael Jackson, I wanna rock with you in my head. I know. I'm crazy. So, holidays, they have come and gone.
Thank God. Oh, God. Am I the only one who, yes, I love the holiday season. So stressful. It's the stress.
But you
just
also
totally
move during it.
Doesn't matter. It's just.
I was jacked up on
stress-
parking set. That was fine.
It's the stress of it all. I mean, in my opinion, holidays have become.
Do you know why it was not stressful for me this year?
Why?
Because I told people after Thanksgiving, I'm not buying gifts for anybody. So I went and donated a bunch of money to the Angel Tree.
I like that.
I said, screw you assholes.
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry.
And like, do we really know people who are in desperate need
None
of
of my-
something other than a wine bottle opener?
Shut up. I had to go to 3 stores to buy this girl a wine bottle opener.
We call it a corkscrew. Let's call it what it's. Okay. Yeah, hang on. So Kristi's here, and I said, hey, I have a great friend who brought me a bottle of wine about a year ago. Would you like to drink it? Because she loves wine. Me, not so much. And I said, I have these kind of glasses. She said, where's the corkscrew? I don't have it, but I have a screwdriver. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go to the gas station. I said, well, there's one right over there. It took her 45 minutes.
And 3 stops.
And she came back with a box of wine, goblets,
Glasses. Stemware.
and
Stemware, if you will.
stemware, and a fancy pants corkscrew, and said "Happy Housewarming." She's making herself at home because let's remember, Misty doesn't drink wine.
Kristi does. I would inject it if I could.
So now I have stemware
well,
for
not good.
Kristi when she's here.
I'll get you better stemware later.
No, it's fine. It serves its purpose.
We'll get you better stemware.
Purpose.
What were we talking about before this? I've just lost my train of thought. Oh crap, what was it? Shit.
It's okay.
It doesn't matter.
Holidays.
Oh, holidays. So what I told everybody at Thanksgiving was, I said, none of my friends are in dire need. None of y'all are about to lose your homes. No one's out of a job. No one is broke. Same goes for my family. I said, so I'm not going to sit here and stress myself out about what I'm going to get you for Christmas to add to the collection of material crap that you already have.
That's right. Yeah.
So
We have plenty.
I took that dollar amount I had allocated and went to the mall, Worth Park, bought a couple of angels, and that's what I did with my money.
That's beautiful. I wish more people would have a spirit like that. I just think it becomes
that was
pretentious.
That's what lowered my stress level. I mean, I got like my parents like little things, but nothing of significance.
Well, here's a token of my stress. So I have a younger child, and like every mom knows, especially when you're a single mom, you do your very best to provide for your children at least what they ask Santa for. Their main gifts. What do they want? What are they asking for?
He still thinks Santa's exist.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You in this house, Santa doesn't come unless you believe.
Although my dad did get me a Starbucks gift
Hear
card.
you! Santa doesn't come to you unless you believe, at least by Christmas Eve. So it seems even the 18-year-old believes in Santa that night.
My dad always gets me a Starbucks card for Christmas and for my birthday because he knows about my addiction problem to caffeine and coffee, along with wine. Do you see a correlation? And so on my gift card, which I used today for the first time, it said, "To Kristen from Santa."
Good, perfect. Well, back to this whole thing here. So maybe a lot of moms can relate, maybe not. You know, every year there's like the hot toys for the year. So of course, all these kid-friendly stations start overpopulating and running these stupid commercials for these hot toys of the year. So this year, little guy wants the Batman Batbot.
I don't even know what that is.
Okay, it doesn't even matter because he doesn't even know what it is any longer. It has its 20 minutes of glory and it's done. So So mom, being the mom that she is, me right here, I start immediately searching when I start my Christmas shopping, and I was trying to do most of it online. I'm not big on shopping, regardless. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, all right, we can handle this. And next thing I know, the Batbot that I thought, it's a Batman toy, 40, 50 bucks, no big deal here. Online, anywhere from $180 up to $290. I'm like, what the hell is so precious about this item?
I don't get it.
What happened was the actual ticket price for the item, the variation of stores, $54.97 to $69.97.
Okay.
Individuals bought this toy
and sold it on Amazon or some kind of crap.
Bought the stores out. Bought them out. The main toy stores, Walmart, Target, Toys R Us, sold out. So I had to call several different locations. I ended up having to call Imaginext directly, called Toys R Us directly, totally sold out. I'm told this happens at Toys R Us every year, and you can only order a quantity of no more than 10. And when they catch someone doing it, they stop shipping to them. But sometimes they just don't catch it until it's too late.
Sure.
Ends up, I posted it on social media, and one of my best guy friends, he and his wife start searching high and low while I'm at work one day, and they're able to find one in the area. One. So one of the malls in the area.
Like here?
Here. One of the malls in the area has like one of those seasonal Toys R Us small stores.
Yeah, like a pop-up thing?
Pop-up in the mall, and he went while I was at work. So I'm stressing. I'm like, I'm not spending $200 for a $60 toy.
No.
And it's hard on Christmas morning if it's the only thing your kid is really asking for. They're going to come around the corner, and they're going to see all these other things, but that one thing's not there. You feel like a failure as a parent. He found it. So he secured it for me, went and picked it up. I went and picked it up for him that evening. And I promise you, I love my friends. But the crazy thing was, we call him the baby because he's the youngest. He sees it. He's happy about it. He pushes the buttons because it makes 100 different noises.
Oh, yippee.
Yeah. It goes from a big Batman to some sort of Batmobile car. It makes all these crazy noises. 20 minutes.
And then he was over it?
Done. So this toy, and that's the stress of Christmas combined with family functions.
Right.
I mean, seriously, it's too much.
Well, unless you're like me and you have just parents, and that's really, it's just my parents and myself. I have no siblings. That was pretty nice. We ate. Oh my God. I ate so much food.
That's what you're supposed to do. So, I mean, that's the deal with holidays, and the stress level is just making sure you secure, especially for your kids, those main gifts. Making sure you stay in budget. I'm a big on, it's cash only. Not going to sit here and rake up debt for Christmas. Not my thing. Not happening. So I think you have to be smart about what you're doing. Remember what Christmas is about. Anyway, thankful the holidays came. Thankful the holidays went.
Even my parents now, my dad is so cute. He's so big on having things to open, whereas I don't care.
Yeah.
But, he's always like, he always call me and say, do you want like a Neiman's card or a Gap card? Or I said, you know what, Dad, what I really need this year? I need to go buy new running shoes because mine had bit the dust.
Yeah. I asked for a vacuum. How silly, because the last house had wood floors.
Yeah.
We have carpet. My vacuum wasn't the greatest. I asked for a vacuum, and when I walked into my parents' home, I saw this rectangular box. So I turned to Mom and I said, "Oh, there's my vacuum." She says, "No." I said, "Well, it is my vacuum. I mean, I know exactly what it is."
I asked for things I need.
I asked for dress socks. Dress socks and a vacuum, and I was ecstatic.
I got my Starbucks card.
Who gets ecstatic over dress socks?
I got ecstatic over a $25 gift card to Starbucks and a $100 gift card to Luke's Locker.
High five.
Ow, damn, dude.
Sorry.
For real. Like, it's reverberating up my arm and into my shoulder.
Sorry, I'm heavy-handed. Sorry.
I'm totally going to leave that alone as I have a sip of my coffee.
Anyway, so moving right along. Holidays have come and gone.
Stop laughing, Richard Lawrence.
We're into 2015.
We are.
We're back on schedule.
And you know what? I have super good vibes about this
I do
year.
too. I really do. This is the year of purpose and positivity, and I think a lot of people are into that same mode of just
I do.
eliminating
Like, everybody
negative and toxic relationships.
Almost everyone I know were like, we are going to rock the pants off 2015.
You have to take out the trash from 2014, get rid of the toxic relationships, the negative vibes, the things that have been draining your energy, focus on you, focus on being healthy, and move forward.
And one thing, I don't believe in New Year's resolutions, do you?
I don't believe in New Year's resolutions because I think you just see an area that needs improvement in your life year long, and you just start working then. We all have areas that need improvement.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be a New Year's resolution. But I think that it's okay to make short-term goals. A fresh year, fresh start, fresh set of goals. Let's keep it moving.
And I've had this conversation with other people about New Year's resolutions. Please excuse me, getting over some congestion. And I believe in taking what 2014 or whatever year it was and saying, what did I learn from this year and how can I do better the next year?
I like that, yeah.
So this year and last year, and I post this on Facebook on my personal page every year about my lessons learned.
Right.
So let me read to you about my 2014 edition.
Okay.
Are you ready?
How long is this going to be?
It's only 10 items. Jesus. I'm so sorry. Am I standing in your way of something? Do you have somewhere to be tonight?
Right here, right now. Let's
Thank
go.
you. Okay.
Number one.
Number one. If you cannot be truly grateful for at least 3 things daily, you need to seriously reevaluate your life. I don't think people honestly understand the power of gratitude.
Right. I would agree.
Even if something like completely shitty is happening, understand it's happening for a reason. It's there to teach you something.
Right.
So I'm a huge believer in
It's
that.
hard to see that, though. When you're in the middle of that trial, adversity, or pain, it's very difficult to see the positive side, but shifting your perspective is extremely powerful.
You can either live in the negative.
It's a choice.
If you live in the negative and you stir the negative, all you're going to get back is negative.
It's the energy that you're exuding is what you're going to also take back in. Yeah. Next one.
Secondly, I address money.
Okay.
It doesn't fix problems. I mean, it certainly helps a few things, don't get me wrong, but it does not make you happy.
Well, I don't know, because now that I'm going to add to that.
Hang on.
I read a meme one time that said, money may not make you happy, but have you ever seen an unhappy person on a jet ski?
Yes, I have. Actually, I know people with buckets of money who are the most unhappy
I would
people on the
agree.
planet.
Sure.
But also, I have seen money. I have seen it with my own eyes with a handful of people in the last year, especially the last 2 years. It has actually brought out the worst, if not the evil in them. 100%. Whether they
But
have
it can also create options, and it can also create positive.
options are great, but
It's depending upon the person.
yeah.
Okay.
Truth telling. I like to hear the whole truth. Don't sugarcoat it. Lay it on me.
It's time in 2015. Everybody needs to be transparent. Let's move forward.
And that's what that addresses. It's
Right.
because so many people aren't addressing the honesty.
Right.
If some people say or think or feel they can't be friends with you anymore, instead of just saying, I think we're traveling on different paths, blah, 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 they just avoid you.
But I think sometimes we avoid people because we know in the delivery of that message, we're afraid of how that person, we don't want to hurt that person, but we know, like you're saying, we're going on different paths at this time in our lives. I'm thankful for the time we shared together, but right now,
just be honest.
Yeah.
But not just in that aspect of friendships and relationships, but just be honest, period.
I'm a firm believer that certain things are seasonal.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Speaking of being seasonal, I'll talk about how 2014 started off incredibly shitty because 2013 ended shitty. So it kind of spilled over, and then you and I talked about it. Something happened around summertime, and the wind started changing.
The momentum picked up.
And you and I even said the night that we were talking, over our early dinner,
Right.
turned into getting home at midnight,
Right.
over having this podcast about how something's changed so quickly. You're like, what? Your
Right.
head's spinning. So I that's the fourth thing I address, and that it's only for a season.
It's true.
But when you're in the eye of the shitstorm, it seems like an eternity.
Sure.
Yeah. And this is one thing. Number 5 is one thing that I explained in 2013. I reiterated in this year is texting is the worst form of meaningful communication.
We see that all the time. I mean,
It's
time
fine
to grow up.
Yeah, it's fine to say I'm on my way. Be there in a minute or I'm late. But to
Yeah,
have an
yeah.
actual honest conversation.
Yeah.
don't do it.
Yeah.
Because so many things can be misconstrued.
Sure.
Your tone, what you're trying to say,
Right.
because your grammar sucks.
Sure.
Or you can't construct a proper sentence.
Not only that, I just think it's true. You cannot really tell somebody's emotions. Some people,
text.
some people aren't transparent writers.
Like
Also,
today, I said, "What time do you want to go? 2:30? Great, fine, be there."
right, and I said perfect.
Yeah,
There was nothing else needed to be discussed.
right. And I can't stand people try to have a meaningful conversation with you and it's via text.
Because it's not personal, it's intentional.
Correct.
They're remaining surface.
Of course, my favorite, my number 6. It's still perfectly acceptable to wear sequins any damn time you please. Because I wear sequins.
You are a sequiny girl.
I love my sequins.
Me, not so much.
I like my sequins, and I like my glitter, and I like my leopard.
I don't mind it on others. I'm just not a big sequiny kind of person. You're a girly girl. I'm not.
But you've seen me, you split personality from
I
tomboy
know,
to girly girl.
but have you ever seen me girly girl?
Girly enough.
Not girl. You're a girly girl. Sequins are a girly girl Southern thing.
Here's my favorite one of the whole thing. You ready? I'm going to read this verbatim. There are people who are just assholes. Plain and simple.
There's no reason to analyze the actions of an asshole. You will never understand their form of reasoning or ration. Let them go.
Run, don't walk, away from them as quickly as possible. No need to contaminate yourself with an asshole.
Agreed.
And here's my favorite one. I'm going to say, because you and I have discussed this before, and this is a commonality between it, one of the many commonalities. You may never get closure or an actual apology, and that's okay. It is what it is, and once you have true acceptance of that, you will really be able to move on.
I agree with that.
Because sometimes
It's a hard lesson learned, and it's difficult
oh my
to
God,
accept.
I mean,
It comes with maturity.
those are the highlights, but it really does, and I think the people who don't have the nerve to have that uncomfortable conversation,
Yeah.
whatever it may be.
I almost think it's not about them. It's about who you are as a person. And you read it a lot, like different things people are writing and putting out there. Once you learn to value yourself, you'll stop giving people discounts.
Yeah.
And I firmly believe that if you don't respect our bond enough or our relationship enough to offer closure, to offer an apology, to offer just a reason behind your current actions, I can understand, hey, I'm going through some shit right now. I need some time to myself.
Yeah.
I do the same thing. I can recluse and become a hermit quicker than anybody. But I do think if you respect the bond, you respect the time in the relationship, you offer that. Now, if that other person isn't mature enough to accept it, that's not on you. But you just walking out of a situation and offering no form of reason, don't come back to me with an excuse. You didn't give me a reason when you exited. Don't come back now with an excuse for your original exit. We're good. And I think once you're mature enough to process the fact that some people are seasonal, some people...
Seasonal not being like 3 months of the year, meaning a year, 2 years, 5
out of your
years,
life,
10 years.
a portion of your life. They're not long-term people in your life. Learn from what they offered, because every relationship, positive or even those that are a bit negative, they offer lessons. And I think if we pull that and we take that from even the most terrible situations, the most brutal and traumatic relationships, there's still something to glean from that. Moving forward, you can say, oh, I recognize that sign, not going that way again.
Right.
And I think that in and of itself, that is enough to say, thank you for what you offered me. I'm good. Though I wish that you had enough maturity about yourself to communicate. I understand you don't, but I have enough maturity about myself to say goodbye.
To understand it.
And to walk away.
Right.
And some things you just don't get a why or how about. You can't overanalyze it. And it's not you.
No, I remember, oh my God, 10 something years ago that I had a relationship end with no explanation.
Yeah, it happens to all of us.
Like we got in an argument on the phone and he hung up on me and never called me again.
But I don't know a woman who hasn't had that experience. But it's in everything. If they do something.
I was so young. I was
you
like,
don't know how to
oh
process
my God, what?
Into the world.
Yeah,
it's not
23
the
years old.
end of the end of a relationship.
When I was 23 years old,
the end. But it's not, and I say things a lot about kids. We have to remember that little things are big things to little people.
Right.
But at 23, you're not a little person.
No, but it was a big deal to me.
You're at the beginning of your adulthood, but
Yeah.
now in your 30s, you go back on it and you're like, oh, I got through it. I learned from
Yeah.
it. But at 23, you didn't see it like that.
No.
So with maturity and growth comes responsibility of
Well,
saying, I
here's
love myself
hoping-
enough.
Here's hoping with aging and it comes maturity and
Well,
growth.
with some of us, I love myself enough to say, I don't want that toxic situation impacting me through this year. So you got to let it go.
We have to let it go.
Let it go.
So coming up in the next couple of podcasts, next few weeks, we're going to have a Q&A session with our listeners. If you have a question, shoot us a message on our Facebook page, The Misti and Kristi Show, or on Facebook at Misti and Kristi. Anything you want to add, my friend?
Welcome to 2015.
You ready to kick its ass? I'm ready to kick its ass.
Kick its fucking ass.
Well, when my foot heals, I'll kick its ass.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, absolutely.
At
That's your-
mistiandkristi.com? No, that's not right. At Misti and Kristi on Twitter or Facebook.com/Misti and Kristi Show. Adios. Bye.